Thanks for joining us. I'm Joyce Danger, and I wanted to share a little bit about how to turn a reorder into something a little bit more. I think so many of us are worried about being pushy and not want to be aggressive or the pushy Mary Kay lady, and so we don't take the business just a little bit farther, and we end up being order takers rather than beauty consultants. And I think that sometimes we're doing our customers a disservice and not allowing her the opportunity to try a couple more things. And sometimes people maybe don't want a makeover, but I think that we really owe it to them to ask. So what I find is that sometimes people don't want to have a makeover because they don't want to feel obligated to buy. So the best time to offer her a makeover is when she's already buying anyway, because she's not going to feel obligated to buy because she already is. So it's kind of like, I remember somebody telling me once that one of the best things about being pregnant was that you didn't have to worry about being pregnant. And I remember thinking, huh? That didn't make any sense to me until I was pregnant and realized that, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore because, the worst that could happen already happened, and I guess we're planning for a baby. So I guess that's always been my birth control or my family planning. Never mind, that's way more information than you guys needed to know, but yeah, we started planning the babies after we knew that they were coming. But back to back to Mary Kay. So when a customer is ordering something, what we can do is just offer her an opportunity to try something else that might go with whatever it is that she's ordering. So a good opportunity is with the classic basic stuff, for example, is to offer to show her the new botanicals. And obviously the easy way and the lazy way is to say, I'll throw some samples in the bag for you so you can take it, try that stuff. And I've certainly been guilty of doing that a lot. And typically I like to, drop the orders off, hang it on her door, and, throw a few samples in there, and that's the easy way to do things. And that's fine, but then you get the order that's, a medium amount of order, but you don't get the big order. And so I find that if I can show her more things, I can turn a little order into a big order, which is what I did this morning, which is why I thought about doing this, is that I turned an order, a $14 order, into a $214 order by showing the gal from one item to she ended up buying the repair set to go along with the other item that she was ordering. So I would really encourage you to show her a few other things. So the way that this works is that you ask her if she would be interested in trying a few other things that might go with that, or if she would like to have a makeover to go with that, whichever, and whatever she wants to do is fine with you. Or sometimes I'll say, maybe sometimes there's a special occasion in your life where you'd like to have a makeover, or sometimes you just want to have one just for fun. But I'd be happy to treat you to a makeover. Typically I schedule them like later that day or the next day, or whenever we're going to do the delivery of the product. So I don't make a big deal out of it. It can be her place or my place, or it can be at your office. And your office might be kind of like, if you remember, this is going to date me, but if you think back to the Fonz back at Happy Days, and his office was at that restaurant that he used to go to. I think it's otherwise known as the men's room, but he'd say, come to my office, and they would go into there. So wherever it is that you find that you want to do your business, and whatever works for you is fine. Might be Caribou, if that's where you like to hang out. My sales director, when I was a consultant, I think her office was Baker Square, and worked for her. So anyway, what I do is want to show her some stuff. And we can start very, very simple and show her just a few things, let her try things on her face, or we can do a full makeover depending what she wants to do. So I would offer her the makeover or play with products and kind of feel her out and see what feels comfortable for her. A lot of times I'll ask her if she would bring her makeup bag so that we can see what she's already got and what goes with what, and offer kind of like if you think of your wardrobe, if somebody who's an expert at wardrobe came into my closet, and she could probably say, wow, if you had this piece and that piece, it would make the rest of that all kind of go together, where I have a kind of this stuff is nice, and this stuff is nice, and that stuff's nice, but a lot of it, sometimes I go in there, it's like, I don't have anything to wear because nothing goes with everything. So, we can do that for makeup because we kind of know what goes with things. So I ask her to bring that. It also helps us to know where she has holes in her makeup, and also it helps me to know kind of what she likes, and that has been very, very helpful to have her bring her makeup bag. Okay, so she's going to sit down with you. She's going to try some stuff, and you take her from trying like a few different things to maybe trying a few more things depending on her level of interest. So it might start out just very slowly trying a few things to a full-blown makeover, and I might not know at the time I start the appointment what we're going to do. So think back to the dating world, and when the boyfriend or the guy, you're at the movie with the guy, and the guy would do the movie stretch, and you remember the movie stretch where it kind of goes like this, where he goes, oh, and the next thing you know, his arm is around the girl, and it stays around the girl for the whole rest of the movie, and he's, that little movie stretch, the guys are still doing it. My daughter's telling me the guys are still doing it. So it must work. But, you show her, maybe you start off, you're going to show her some foundation, for example. So rather than just grabbing some foundations and, putting a few stripe tests on her, let's wash off a place on her face so that we can see, that we can really see the color without putting it over the top of whatever she's got going on. So, grab a little cleanser and, wash off a space. As long as we're washing off a space, why don't we wash off, half her face so she can really see what it's going to look like. And as long as we're washing off half of her face, why don't we put on some moisturizer over the top of that so we'll really get a better feel of what that's going to be like. And then after she puts on, we try a few foundation colors, and then let's put that over the whole half of her face so she sees, what that's going to look like and that she's going to like that. We probably should put some cheek color and lips back on so she looks put together for the rest of the day. And then after we've done that, let's just feel, how does your skin feel? How do you like the way that it feels compared to the other side? And, we're closing, right? So she's getting a feel of, of the two different sides of her face and that sort of thing. Then I'll say something like, would it be helpful if when I marked on what you used, the stuff we used in the book, and I take the, the catalog like this, and I marked on the foundation color that we used, and then anything else that I showed her or that we talked about. So I might circle the things that we used, and then I might put a star by some of the things that we talked about, because based on looking at her makeup, there's usually other things that we kind of talked about that we didn't really use necessarily that day, but things that she might be interested in. I might mention to her while I'm doing that if there are things that you are interested in or that that you do need, let me know while I'm marking them down, because otherwise I'll forget by the time we're getting to it, and then after I leave, you're going to be like, oh shoot, I wanted this and that, she said, Joy, she forgot everything that I had said that I wanted, and I blame it on mental pause because I don't remember things, but that way she can, it kind of breaks the ice that she can tell me what she needs. Now the sales ticket, I will have already started it, at home ahead of time because it was a reorder. So I already marked on there the things that she said that she wanted ahead of time, but I didn't total the sales ticket, at least on the front. On the back, I put the total with the tax so that if she does just want what she started with, it's very easy for me to just put that on there so I don't look like I was expecting her to buy more. It's just boom, it's there. But I left it open just in case. So I can write down any extra things that she wants to throw on there if she wants to, or if she wants to just keep with what she had to start with, that's perfectly fine, and I can graciously, total it up and smile and give her stuff, and we're good and we're fine. But in the book, I do mark what stuff she liked, so that then if she does want something later, that it's easy for her to say, oh, I like this, and she's got the book, and she can keep that. I encourage her to throw it in your underwear drawer or wherever you would keep it so you can find it again later. Oftentimes they do buy extra stuff, so it makes it a good way to connect with her about that. And also, it's not uncommon that you might find out more about what's going on in her life. In fact, my appointment today, I think she would be a good beauty consultant. We talked about that at length, so it takes it to that next level. And until you build that relationship with her, you don't really know, where you could go with that. And doing the makeover, sitting down to her eyeball to eyeball, is a good way to do that. The other thing I wanted to mention is just another organizational tip. For someone who's not organized, I like organizational tips because it helps me to be organized. Keeping track of my eyeshadows and my product, my actual inventory, I use stickers. So by each product, this is for, I put these in I file my eyeshadows, and I do an alphabetical order. My director did it that way, so I guess that's the way I thought it should be done. I used just the back of a business card, or this is the extra part of a business card. And this green star means that this is in the green eye girl look, and there, we have the brown eye look, the blue eye look, so that I don't have to stock a whole bunch of a particular color if they're already in those looks. And so when I run out of, I use the last one of this particular color, but this is my note to self, oh yeah, I have more of these in the green eye look or the brown eye look and that sort of thing. So that works for that. The other stickers that I use in my inventory is when a color has been discontinued and I still have some left, I just take that whatever color is being discontinued, and I put a sticker on that one, and so then I know when I take the last of that one color out that to pull the tester that goes with it, to pull the testers out of there or my samples or whatever, so that I don't sell any more of that after the product is gone, that I don't have any more inventory that matches it, because then I don't have to be running around trying to look at it. So just a random sticker is my symbol that says that, okay, that's good, you're done with that one, and then I pull it out of there. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is to use something like this. It's dry in the winter, and most of us, our hands are dry all the time. So I keep extras of these in my purse and use it for just a conversation starter. So any place you are, pull out some hand cream, think of it like gum, squirt it on your hands and offer anybody who happens to be anywhere around you, oh, would you like some hand cream? And then put it on their hands. This is a little one, so I can give it away to whoever. Whoever seems the most excited about it, say, oh, this, here, it's a tester one. Here, why don't you go ahead and you can keep it. And say, I've got my contact information on the back of it if you like it. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you that I'm with Mary Kay, and I do makeovers. So if you are interested in something like that, I would love to do that. Or whatever conversation you can start. But that's the conversation starter, is something like this. And these cost us 50 cents, so that's a really good way to connect up with people. Also a good thing to leave with your tip if you're like at the hairdresser or nail salon or wherever. A lot of times I'll leave something like this. I also leave things from the pink sale. There's quite a few things that you can get. Like now they have lipsticks on there that cost us like $3 each, and they look, this looks like a free sample thing, but the lipstick, that's a full-size thing. So I might do something like that for, just a freebie, but that I would leave with my tip to somebody, especially with like a hair thing, because you're spending a lot of money there, and that is a kind of a nice extra little treat with your bill. So anyway, I want to thank you for joining me today. Just a little I want to quote from Ben Franklin today in closing, and I have to read this because I can't remember what it was, but he says that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest, and so that the fact that you listened today is a good way to increase your knowledge. And I want to congratulate those of you who've registered for Career Conference, because that's a great way to increase your knowledge in your business as well. So thanks, and talk to you later.